I was asked recently, what's my favorite TV show? And my response would be, Whose Line Is It Anyway? This great improv comedy where they just come up with situations and comedy on the fly. And if they say, we're on the moon, we're on the moon. Or if we're in a gourmet kitchen, we're in a gourmet kitchen. And there's something about the creative energy that happens in that moment. I was able to be a part of it a little bit in high school and also a little bit in seminary. And if there was a club that opened of improv in Marshalltown, I would jump at the chance to be a part of that. There's nothing that quite compares with the energy that you need in that moment, the creativeness of that moment. And as Tina Fey can attest to in her book, Bossy Pants, the number one rule of improv is yes and. So if your partner says, we're on the moon, you say yes, and there's an alien. If we're in a gourmet kitchen, we say yes, and the oven's on fire. Or you respond to the situation, accepting what your partner says and adding to it. Now, I think that great lesson, number one lesson of improv, can also be the number one lesson for our spiritual lives. When God asks us of something, we say, yes, I accept it, and I will add something to it. Here's what I bring to the situation. Because as Tina Fey points out, what you don't want in improv is just two people on stage bickering. But what's super creative about God is when we say yes and. And we see that both last week in the celebration of St. Joseph, when God asks him to be the foster father of Jesus, he says yes and takes Mary into his home. We'll see that next weekend as Jesus takes on his cross and offers it for the sake of all humanity. And we see that especially in today's Feast of the Annunciation, which, as you probably noticed, happens immediately 9 months before Christmas, when the angel appears to Mary and tells her about her incredible mission to become the mother of God. And she says, yes, and may it be done according to your will. So today, as we go about our day, as God proposes different situations to us and challenges us, how can we respond with yes, and here I am to follow your will?